What's up, fam? I've got the juice on another three-player props on this upcoming slate. There's a lot to look forward to. Kyrie plays his first game for the Mavs, and the Celtics are playing the 76ers today, so let's get into it.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Just pause for a second to give a shout out to LeBron for breaking Kareem's all-time scoring record. I know I talk a lot of shit about him being a stat patter, but it's one hell of an accomplishment. It doesn't make a dent in the GOAT conversation for me though, because if you're going to drive his totals as a reason why he's better than MJ, then that technically means that you think Westbrook is a better point guard than Steph Curry. He's got more points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals, but I think we all know that Russ doesn't come close to the chef. So let me know in the comment section whether you think this record takes LeBron to number one on your list, or if MJ is still the GOAT in your eyes. So one other thing I'm real excited to talk about is Kyrie Irving lining up for the Mavs tonight against the LA Clippers. His last two games against the Clippers last season, they were pretty good. He performed quite well, 28, 4 and 8. The one before that was 39, 5 and 2. Look, it's a tough matchup against a Clippers team that defends every position outside of the center spot really well. Kyrie's making all the headlines for all the wrong reasons once again, and he knows nothing will shut the media up like a strong showing. I'm also incredibly biased. Kyrie is my favorite player to watch, from the ball handling, the finesse around the rim, and don't get me started on his ability to come up clutch with the game on the line. Kyrie as a person, probably not one of my favorites, but I don't pick players for anything outside of their ability and who they are as a baller, so I'm keen as fuck for that game. Now, his markets aren't out at the moment, but Luka won't be playing, and the Mavs run everything through their point guards. Spencer's had some monster games with Luka out of the lineup, and I'm hopeful that Kyrie does the same. I've got three other picks, though. The markets are available, so let's get straight into it. I'm aiming for a sweep on this wild Wednesday. Our first pick, we're taking Joel Embiid over 10.5 rebounds. Now, it was rough betting on Joel Embiid's rebounds through the middle portion of the season, especially when he was racking up some monster scoring numbers. He's picked up his rebound numbers over his last 5 games though, averaging almost 13 rebounds per game, and he's covered this line 4 out of the 5 games. The only game he went under, he finished on 10 rebounds against the Spurs, and he only played 27 minutes in a blowout. I don't see a blowout in this one against Boston, but it's a great matchup for him. Robert Williams is back playing close to 30 minutes a game, and he's not going to stretch the floor at all. Embiid isn't a big offensive rebounder, but the good news is that the Celtics aren't a great offensive rebounding team. They allow the 4th most defensive rebounds in the league and the 7th most total rebounds to centers. Embiid racked up 15 rebounds against the Celtics earlier this season in October. So I'm hoping for this fat ass to sit in the paint, wait for those rebounds and get some easy ones. Take that, over 10.5 for Joel Embiid. Second play, I'm taking Jayson Tatum over 8.5 rebounds. Now, Tatum's rebound numbers as of late have been crazy, and he's been consistent as hell, which is great for bettors. Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 10 rebounds per game, covering this line at 80%. The 76ers don't particularly allow rebounds to a certain position. There isn't a play here that has a great matchup for rebounds. I guess when you're looking at bad matchups, it's probably only the point guards that have a bad matchup against the 76ers. So Tatum's form against the 76ers is somewhat arousing. He's averaging 10 rebounds in his last 5 games against the 76ers. He's covered this line in every single one. He pulled down 12 rebounds against the 76ers in October, and I can see him at least getting 10 in this one. We're taking Tyler Herro over 22.5 points. His last 2 home games were stinkers. He scored only 9 points against the Boston Celtics and 10 points against the Orlando Magic. Now, I can excuse those as positionally he had a tough matchup against those teams. In this game against the Pacers, there are plenty of reasons to like Herro's points line in this game. In his last 2 home games against the Pacers, he scored 26 and 28 points. He's erupted lately, covering this line 3 of his last 4 games. The lone game where he did go under was against the Cavs, and most people struggle to score against the Cavs. The Pacers play with the 2nd highest pace in the league, so there will be plenty of opportunities despite the low total of 223. The Pacers also allow the 2nd most points to shooting guards in the league. They also allow the 5th most 3-pointers made and the 3rd highest 3-point percentage. Herro's not afraid to let that thing fly, averaging 7+ 3-point attempts per game, and against the Pacers that increases to 9. Herro's minutes are up to 36 over his last 5 games. It's almost 4 minutes more than his season average. The line is only 6.5 points in favor of the Heat, but I'm not overly concerned about a blowout, given the Pacers have covered in 8 of their last 9 road games against Miami, and 4 of their last 5 games against Miami, the Pacers have covered. Miami have only has 3 games this season where they've won by 15 points or more. So I think the Pacers can somewhat keep this close to keep Tyler Herro on the court. Our final play, which is a bit of a lean right now, I'm taking Alperen Sengun over 5.5 assists. I don't have a massive write-up for this because I wasn't 100% sure whether to share it, but shit, look, here we are. He's averaging almost 6 assists over his last 10 games. He's covered this 7 times. He's got a great record against the Kings. He's averaging 8 assists per game in their 3 matchups this season. The Kings allow the 6th most assists to centers. The last matchup was a 20-point blowout. There was a shit ton of points scored. The line in this one is high. It's 241. But as we get closer to the All-Star break, games really start to open up. So I'm hoping to see more of the same. So Alperen Sengun over 5.5 assists is the last one that I'm taking. Now, if you made it this far, hopefully you like my shit and you like this video. So if you do, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on the noties. Got a goal for 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to hit it by the time the playoffs start, but let's move that a little bit closer. I want to hit it before All-Star weekend. So help your boy get to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe, like that video, get active in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.